Everybody, welcome to another edition of the HBCU Alumni House Party. I'm your host, Anthony Brown. Hey, y'all. How y'all doing? It's October 14, 2020. Man, listen here. Whoo! Let me tell you. First of all, let me say thank you. Thank you on behalf of my entire family and my son, and all of us, for those who have extended any kind of well wishes, any cards, calls, text messages, emails, flowers, plants, food, any words of expression, anything, as I dealt with the loss of my mom recently. It's a lot, and grief is real, and I don't take it for granted, not one bit. And if a wave hits me while we're doing this show, then I'm just going to ride the wave while we do this today. But I just want to say thank you to anyone, all alumni across the country who reached out just to say hello, just a word of encouragement. And for those who may be watching and did not know, yes, I lost my mom on September 20th. And we just laid her to rest last week, Tuesday. Still going through some things, trying to just take care of the rest of her affairs, and just trying to still celebrate her life and all that she has imparted in me and my son. So we're managing. So thank you again. We appreciate it so very, very, very much. But I am slowly adjusting to whatever this new norm is. And all that. So, but anyway, I don't want to get too much started because I'm gonna get all caught up, and I'm gonna start moistening up my contacts. All right, so listen here. We have another great show. Let me also say a shout out Tia Marche Johnson and to Lester Holmes, who have been holding down the fort, and Mary Kay, who have been holding down the fort while I have been gone for these past couple of weeks. So don't get me wrong, I might disappear again because actually I might need to take another break. My mother's older sister wants me to come to Atlanta for a couple of days. So my cousin's like, listen, just come on down. Or I might still do the show, from Atlanta, who knows? But nonetheless, I want to give a shout out to all those to my team who helped make it happen and to keep us going. So to everyone who's watching right now, to Monique and to Portia and to Lori and to Michelle and to anyone else who's watching, hey, how's it going? So glad you can be here. Again, you know what we do, how we do, when we do. I am here all about trying to help raise awareness, advocacy, fundraising, and efforts to help support our HBCUs. That's what we're here about, to raise money, to put five on it, to help raise awareness, to shout out some alumni or alumnae chapters or alumni associations today. Because listen, we got another great show for you as always. Again, but on today's show, listen, we are going to be talking about Arkansas Baptist College. Yes, Arkansas Baptist College. You probably never heard of this institution. So we're going to show you a little bit about that today. And then we got a representative we have from the class of 1979. Yes, we got the Senior Director and Alumnae Relations and Alumni Giving from Bennett College. We got Deborah Tillman Love, who is going to be here to talk about all things. Yes, she's going to come on here. I hope she's got her bell to ring. So I'm giving her some time to go find her bell. She got to come on here, and she doesn't ring her bell, I'm going to have an issue. So she's going to go ring her bell tonight. And then we got the good Reverend Jeremiah Hackley, who is a class of 2022. He's a current graduate student at the Interdenominational Theological Center. He actually attends the Morehouse School of Religion. He also works at ITC and is assistant to the dean of Morehouse School of Religion. So he'll be here to talk about ITC this week. So again, Arkansas Baptist College, Bennett College, and Interdenominational Theological Center are the three schools that we are raising money for this week. Again, did you know? Let me tell you, if you did not know, let me tell you, can somebody put a guess in the chat right now if you can guess and figure out how much money we have raised so far. Anybody, just take a stab. Just take a guess. Do you think you can guess Oh, I didn't realize that's what I was sharing my screen. My bad. Take a guess. Anybody put in the chat right now. If you think you can guess how much money we have raised so far since June 1st, 2020. Yeah. Come on. Let me see if anybody know. I post it every week. Anybody know? Anybody take a stab? I got a few people watching. Stop playing. How much money do you think we raised so far? Now, how much money do you think we should have raised by now? Again, I got this one Facebook group. Let me shout out to the HBCU Alumni United group. How you doing? Yes, right now we are now over 80,000 members strong. I think we got to be one of the largest HBCU alumni groups on Facebook right now. Shout out to all you all who've been joining, been sharing, been tagging, been liking, been all that great stuff. So, listen, girl, I wish we were at $170,000. I wish. We need to be over $170,000 because if I had everybody was to put 5 on it, see, if I had everybody was to put 5 on it right now to all of our schools, we'll be well over $400,000 somewhere. But right now, we're at a modest $122,000 we've raised since June 1st. Now, I'm happy about that. Don't get me wrong. I'm thankful for what you all have done so far. Thank you. At $122,000 so far. However, regardless if you went to a historically Black college or not, if you got a friend, a cousin, a neighbor, the young man who cut your grass, whoever, somebody, you got a student, somebody in your church, somebody who go to your school, somebody that went to an HBCU, I need for you to come on and put some love on it and show some love to our schools this week. Arkansas Baptist College, Bennett College, and Interdenominational Theological Center. That's a tongue twister right there. So I'm thank you for the $122,000 so far, but I need more. Yeah, I do. I need more. And listen, it's a great time to give. Why? Because it's homecoming season. Now, alumni, we stuck at home. Listen, we stuck at home. We can't get out. We can't travel like we've been. So stop playing. Some of you all have been giving to your institution, your alma mater. Thank you. But now if you can go and show some love, come on and show some love to some of our other HBCUs. You want to support the Black business? Come on. You talking about Black Lives Matter? Well, our HBCUs matter. Come on, show some love. I need you to put some love on it. With some love with me using your credit card and swiping that card and making a donation like right now to our. But since it's homecoming season, right? It's homecoming season. So this is new event that's coming out. It's this documentary that's coming out real soon. It's called The Experience, the Homecoming Experience. It's going to be coming out real soon in November. Let's go check out this video and see what they're talking about.
Coming out of HBCU is amazing. It's epic. It's fun. It's like the best experience of your life.
Homecoming at an HBCU, nothing like it.
Relive the experience, to reflect, to reclaim, to donate, to build, to reinforce, and to do all of those things during that week.
When homecoming comes around, it's like the flags go up, everyone has new energy. You got the new shoes, new outfits. HBCU is more for African American students, a place they can actually feel like a majority in life.
Undergrad, that's the time we get to skip class, you get to do stuff like the stuff during the day, like the comedy show, the Taste of FAMU, that fun stuff. That's cool, and that's stuff you get to do while you're in school.
HBCU homecoming is like a big family reunion. seeing people that have graduated that you haven't seen, or like just seeing the way like old Howard, because there's always this argument, old Howard versus new Howard.
You have all the Greeks out. Everybody just kind of meets in front of the union. So they're out there filming, they're out there strolling, everybody's out there talking, everybody's out there just doing their thing.
Homecoming at a university is what it says. It's coming home.
We get so caught up in our day-to-day lives, especially now that we're out of school and we're grown and have families and working, careers and all that good stuff. And homecoming is a way to come back and reconnect.
So it's an experience like no other. So now, I can't wait to see this documentary. It's coming out in November. So I want to thank my good friend Keisha for sharing that. She was actually in the video representing Southern University and A&M College. So I'm glad that, hey, that was my friend. I'm like, okay. So now, I also want to share, listen. If we haven't already told you before the importance of voting, you need to vote. Now, again, I wasn't going to show this video, but then someone said, no, we need to show this video. So again, this young man is amazing. This young man talking about the importance of voting and why you should vote. And if we don't vote for ourselves, we got to vote. Think about the people who cannot vote. Those who have now gone on, those who lost their lives. For those young people who aren't able to vote, but they're being impacted by what's happening currently in our community, in our culture, what's happening in our climate. So let's check out this quick video before we go to our guest for today. Let's check out this video from this young man about the importance of voting and why
you say vote, and then someone says democracy is a sham. Those people don't speak for me. The system is rigged. You say vote, and then someone says, it doesn't matter if this stays red and that stays blue. This thing is already unlocked. You say vote, and then someone says, hey, I'm making a statement by not voting. And then you say, well, I can't hear it. This is not about the White House. This is about your house. If you're not registered to vote, you can't sit on a jury. You can't choose your mayor. You can't choose your city council. You can't even choose your district attorney. You can't decide which measures will help your family and which will put them at risk. Democracy is not a sham. It's a job. It's our job. And it took too long to get it to just let it slide. You say vote because there are still some people out there that don't want you to.
You said vote, so we got to go vote. Now listen, you heard it from the mouths of babes, right? Go vote. Listen, some of you all in states already started early voting. We got some other states that'll be starting early voting starting tomorrow or very soon. Very soon. Listen, we've been seeing record numbers across the country where people are going out voting in mass numbers. They are rallying up. They are carpooling. They are doing rolls to the polls. They are camping out overnight. It is absolutely amazing to make sure that your voice is heard, and we want to make sure they count every vote. So stop playing. Get out there. Get it done. We appreciate it because, we just got to make this 21 better than this 20. What's to come is got to be better than what has been. And that'll preach right there for somebody. And I'm going to let that hold you. That's going to hold you until at least Sunday. That should at least hold you. What's to come is better than what has been. All right. So anyway, now listen, Arkansas Baptist College is one of our schools that we're raising money for this week. Arkansas Baptist College. Now, we did try to get a representative on. I did get a message from the president of Arkansas Baptist College but some things came up. There was some emergency things they had to take care of today. Nothing tragic, but just some things they had to take care of today. So they weren't able to get a representative on. The director of admissions was going to even try to make sure he could be here today, but things didn't happen, and we're okay with that. But Arkansas Baptist College is a private, historically Black liberal arts institution located in Little Rock, Arkansas, founded in 1884 as the Ministers Institute. Now, ABC for short was initially funded by the Colored Baptist of the state of Arkansas, and it's the only Black Baptist school west of the Mississippi River. Now you can find out more information about Arkansas Baptist College. We're gonna drop the links right down here. We're gonna put it like right over there. We're gonna put the links so you can be able to find out more information about Arkansas Baptist College. And then we also want to make sure that you are giving to Arkansas Baptist College. Now, right now we're gonna go show the totals a little bit later, but right now, if I can go take a quick little gander and tell you how much money we've raised for Arkansas Baptist College. Right now, we are at $75. Now, so y'all playing with my emotions. Shout out to Clark Atlanta real quick, because Clark Atlanta came in here last week. I think on Wednesday when Lester did the show, it was maybe less than $1,000, give or take. Boy, look at here. Clark Atlanta and friends and everybody else came through with Clark Atlanta on by midnight, Saturday night. They got close to $12,000. So Clark Atlanta made it to our top 10. So who's going to make it to our top 10 this week? Will they remain, or will Bennett, Arkansas Baptist College, or ITC move somebody out their number 10 spot? We'll find out. So now, right now, Arkansas Baptist College has raised $75. I need y'all to come on and put 5 on it. Stop playing. Stop playing. You're not going to homecoming. That money you was going to buy on a plane ticket. That money you was going to rent a car. Those outfits. Come on. Some of that special juice that you like to concoct. Don't act like you don't know what I'm talking about. You know that juice. All that food she was we ain't got to worry about all the fish fries. Come on. Take that $5 fish sandwich that you was going to spend. I want you to put it on Arkansas Baptist College. Help a brother out. Come on, y'all. I need to see that we can move this $75 needle up a little bit before we move that needle beyond 75 before we get off of this show tonight. Now, if you've never heard of Arkansas Baptist College, if you've never seen the campus before, let's take a quick look at Arkansas Baptist College. Hey, so there you go. Arkansas Baptist College. If you've never seen it, you've seen it now. So, listen here. I think I changed the game up a little bit and go through a slow groove kind of thing, a little R&B situation. Y'all know what time it is. Come on, it's been a minute. You know what time it is. It's first rounds on me. So why are you pulling out that $5 to give to Arkansas Baptist College? We're going to go and play some of this music in the background. And I want to shout out some alumni who just joined the house party just in the last week or two. I want to show some love to Jeffrey Mickles from Southern University, Adrian Miller Hill from Virginia Union University, Deanne Strother from Hampton University, Sean Lagarde from Southern University, Wyman Davis from Southern University, Carla Dixon from Clark Atlanta University, Maddie Durham from Florida A&M University, Malcolm Roberts from Florida Memorial University. You know how we do first rounds on me. If I shouted out your school, what do? You take a toast. First shot on me. Now, whatever you're drinking, this is just Gatorade, y'all. I'm just drinking some Gatorade. That's what I'm talking about. Now, before we go to our first guest of the evening, I got one more thing I got to talk about. Now, we talked about the homecoming documentary that's coming out real soon in November, right? Have y'all been checking out these virtual homecoming celebrations across social media? Y'all been doing some, look, we've been partying like every weekend. I know it's not the same as like being on campus, but shout out to every institution, all these different organizations that have been having these homecoming celebrations. So I guess today's kind of like my homecoming show. So I got all the promos, lots of going to be about homecoming, right? So if you haven't been and checked out Rock T Stomp Wars HBCU, no. Every Wednesday night, he got a little something going on. And on Saturday night, he got a big old production. Y'all, it's been amazing to watch these videos. He actually featured Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority this past weekend. He's been doing some great stuff. So again, if you haven't seen it, it's going to be coming up again on this coming Saturday evening around 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It goes about 2 hours. They have stepping, they got bands, they got cheerleaders, they got HBCU highlights, all that and then some. But let's go check out this quick little reel to talk a little bit more about Stomp Wars, HBCU, and this virtual homecoming experience.
What happens when the biggest stepping competition in the world teams up with the legacy and heritage of our HBCUs nationwide? You get Stomp Wars HBCU virtual homecoming experience. Hosted by yours truly, Rock Teasy for Sheezy, powered by Thurgood Marshall College Fund and Watch the Yard. With a special thank you to Nancy Lieberman Charities, including our Divine Nine Greek fraternities and sororities, our second to none HBCU marching bands and drum lines. We featuring some of the coldest HBCU cheerleading squads in the land. Oh, and let's not forget about our dazzling majorette dancers. As an added bonus, the Stomp Wars Youth Step Up, featuring some of the best high school and middle school step teams on the globe.
Searching high, searching low, snatching trophies as we go.
So you got to go check it out. Again, Saturday evenings. For more information, you got to go to stompwars.com and you can find out the exact time and all that great stuff. I've been watching. It's been pretty cool. Been real insightful and educational at the same time and entertaining. Now, without any further ado, listen, I got to turn this on. I had to play this. Listen, first up, my special guest for the day. She's no stranger to me. She's amazing. She is a gift from the class of 1979 from Bennett College. She now serves as the Senior Director of Alumnae Relations and Annual Giving for the institution. Listen, she about to come in here and she's about to ring that bell because this is what we do at the HBCU Alumni House Party. So I need all my Bennett bells wherever you at right now. I need to see you in the chat. Hey.
Hey there, how you doing?
Hey.
I gotta show my shirt. Bennett bells are voting bells.
You better vote. She's a
We're voting bells. This phrase was coined by Congresswoman Alma Adams, who taught at Bennett for 40 years. So we stand firm on what she says. We are voting bells.
Awesome stuff. I love it. Hey, Deborah.
Hey, how are you doing? What's going on?
Oh my God, you told you earlier. I'm pressing my way through, but I'm here.
I know. We're praying for you, brother. We're praying for you.
Thank you so. Wow. So welcome to the show. So glad you could be with us today and take a little time to talk about Bennett College down there in Greensboro.
Yes, Bennett College in Greensboro, North Carolina. One of two HBCUs for women. We were founded in 1873. We became a women's college not until 1926. So Spelman, the other one is Spelman. Spelman became a women's college before we did, but we were founded before them.
So wait a minute, you were founded in what year?
1873.
But you didn't become a women's school till
1926.
I didn't know that.
We were co-ed.
I did not know that.
I know. And a lot of things about Bennett people are finding out.
So, wow. So how do you engage, or are there any of those alums or the legacy of those What about the legacy of those?
We have legacy, but we, those who were there when we were co-ed are no longer with us.
Okay, yeah.
Legacy.
Okay.
A lot of them sent their daughters, granddaughters, great-granddaughters.
Amazing. So now, how did you get to Bennett College?
Okay, I'm a native of Washington, D.C., and I'm a graduate of Dunbar High School, the first African-American high school in the United States. So I had a counselor who told me during my senior year, she said, "You look like a Bennett Bell." I had no idea what a Bennett Bell was. But she said, "I want you to go visit Bennett College." And so I went home that evening and told my mom. And quick fact, I'm a third-generation college graduate. My maternal grandfather graduated from Wilberforce.
Okay.
My maternal grandmother graduated from South Carolina State. It was South Carolina, I think, College. Then my mother's a graduate of ALUM University, and I'm graduate of Bennett. So I went down to visit Bennett my senior year. I really wanted to go to North Carolina A&T, where a lot of my family members went, but the women at Bennett were so nice. And then Bennett is a small school, and I could see my classroom from my dorm. I said, okay, I'm going there because I can get to class in 5 minutes. But no, the way that they embraced me, and I have never, ever, ever looked back. Never looked back. Ever since I've been a student at Bennett, I have been engaged with the Alumni Association. I served as National Alumni President twice. I held every office within the National Alumni Association except Financial Secretary. I was on the Board of Trustees. Now I retired from working for the federal government, and then came back to my second career here at Bennett in the Alumni Relations Office for a little while. I stay a little while, but it's an honor. It's a pleasure. It's a blessing to be able to come back and serve in this capacity.
Now talk about, if you can, just for a moment, about are your students on campus? Are the young ladies on campus? Are you all?
No, we're remote. This semester we're remote. Okay. And one of the reasons our president, Suzanne Walsh, stays in touch. She's formerly from the Gates Foundation, and she stays in touch with a lot of officials, and they gave her advice. She got advice from CDC, and just, anticipating what was going to happen this semester. And we know we can't control young people, and we're seeing it all around. So just to be safe for our students, for our faculty, staff, we made the decision to go remote.
Okay. Awesome. So now listen, like we've been sharing with everyone else, again, every week we are raising money for 3 different HBCUs. You are one of our HBCUs of the week. So congratulations for that. And I know, again, we always tell our alumni or alumnae, hey, we know you have your own campaign, but we just want to be sure we can reach out to all HBCU alums to support all HBCUs. So
we appreciate that.
Bennett, you all did a phenomenal fundraising campaign about
a year ago, a little over a year ago, well, you know what, time goes by so fast. It's probably almost 2 years ago now. It was early 2019. We had a Stand with Bennett campaign. In 60 days, we raised over $9 million.
Listen, so we can learn a lot from what you all. Matter of fact, I want to say, when Dr. Walsh had even challenged me about, hey, Anthony, we need you to help do this. I said, Dr. Walsh, I could be learning from you all.
But it's on our reputation in the world, in the community. Bennett women are everywhere, and just the fact that that people just answer the call. 60 days, over $9 million. And last month we had our very first Bennett annual Giving Day, and on September 22nd, and we raised over $205,000 and still counting, and over 1,000 donors. So we are really blessed. We're always at the top of HBCUs in percentage of alumni given. So it's not unique for us. We just we know our alma mater, and we just do what we can to help.
Hey, I thought about something before we go. I talk about the Morehouse Bennett relationship.
Okay. All right. Hear this, everybody. Bennett College is Morehouse's real sister school. And the way that happened was during the time that Dr. Willoughby Player was president of Bennett College and Dr. Mays was president of Morehouse, great friends. During the Thanksgiving holidays, you know, back in the day, kids didn't go home. So the Morehouse Glee Club used to come to Bennett and they would spend Thanksgiving, have a concert, and that friendship, that sisterhood and brotherhood just, that's where it started. So just because family is next door doesn't mean that they're really their sisters. We are.
So right here, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it from the senior director of Alumni Relations and Annual Giving. Bennett College is the true original.
Original, that's right.
Sister college to Morehouse College.
Absolutely. That's a fact, Jack.
Hey, for anybody who's never seen Bennett College, you know, we do want to show you this video, and then we're gonna talk about we're gonna talk about this fundraiser we got going on. So let's take a quick look at Bennett College. So there you go. You can also join the movement by, again, going to their website at www.bennett.edu, and you can be part of this whole movement, and you can be a part of that experience. Now, Deborah.
Yes.
Why Bennett College? You know, let them know. Let them know why they need to be given to Bennett College right now.
First of all, good things come in small packages. And Bennett is small, but our smallness is our strength right now, especially during this pandemic, because we're remote. And as you know, this time period, there's such a great need for our students. They need scholarships. They need safe places. They just need a place where they can feel comfortable to learn, to be nurtured, to evolve into the person that they need to be. And we need the support. Our students need the support. Our HBCUs all over the place need support. So it's just something that we have to do to help ourselves first as we engage others to help us. Bennett College, especially, we still have students who are first-time college students. You know, throughout, it's surprising, but you find it. And we have a lot of young ladies who live in rural areas. A lot of them are having issues, Wi-Fi issues, and that's all along, across the board with not only colleges and universities, but public schools. We have those who need, just need laptops, and we're working hard to get those things to them. In fact, we have gotten them to them, but we just need support all the way around. So
right, I know made reference to saying that dollars like this help support technology needs.
Absolutely, because a lot of our schools aren't online schools. We didn't have that capability. We don't have the IT capability, but we're getting there because we had to do it because of the pandemic. So we are always asking for you to invest in our colleges, not save our colleges, but invest. And that's what we're saying at Bennett College. Invest in Bennett College.
So right now we are going to take a quick look and see what the totals are right now for Bennett College. Again, the campaign started this past Saturday night. It's going to go until 11:59 p.m. this Saturday night. So yes, have you made your donation yet? That's the good question for anyone who's watching us right now. And again, I need to know if some Bennett bells are in the viewing audience right now, so we can make sure. I need you to go and ring your bell so we can shout you out. So right now, we are currently I think if you all can see that, I can blow this up just a little bit more. Right now we are at $135 for Bennett. Again, the question always becomes, do HBCU alumni care? Do you really? Well, then come on. Now I know I asked you earlier to put 5, not to eat that, take that fish dinner you was gonna buy at your homecoming and put it on Arkansas. So take that other $5 you're gonna buy off for the t-shirt, man. They always got them $5 t-shirts. Take that other 5 and you should put it on Bennett right now. So come on, stop playing. And we want to see your name pop up on the screen like right now. Just like the old school telethon. This is your moment where you can be able to see your name pop up. We're gonna see this in real time. Again, but if you need to make sure you wait, we can wait until Friday when you get paid. For those who get paid on Friday, we can wait. I'm okay with that. But I want to make sure that we, as an HBCU alumni community, are doing our part to support all HBCUs. It's not important enough just to support your own HBCU, but we need to go on and show some love to all of them because they all got some great programs and some great resources, some great opportunities. I'm quite sure there is a school with a name on it that can support a student from your community. This is the time to give, like right now. Like right now, it doesn't touch my hand, doesn't touch Deborah's hand, it goes straight from you to the institution. You get an immediate tax exempt receipt as soon as you swipe your card and you hit submit. You get a tax exempt receipt right then, on behalf of their nonprofit, and it goes straight to the school and it benefits them all 100%. There are no fees on your end, and there are no fees on the receiver's end. So the school doesn't even have to pay any. There's no fees on the school side either. It's a win-win for everybody. So what are you doing? Stop. Don't just watch. Besides, I need you to hit the hearts. I need you to hit the lights. And also hit the share button. So hit the share button. For all my replay folks, thank you for watching the replay. Again, make a donation. Take that 5 that you was going to buy on the t-shirt, man, and go and put it on Bennett College. Can y'all do that for me? So again, we are now at 100. Did something just happen? Did somebody just... look at this. Somebody just... I don't know. Let's see. Let's refresh this real quick. Did somebody just, did it just move? Oh my gosh, thank you. Somebody just there we go. I got $10 more.
All right.
Just that quick. So thank you. Y'all said we're going to give the money so he can stop talking. I'm okay with that. So again, we're at $145 right now. Don't just give, but now I need you to invite somebody else. Challenge somebody else to match and or exceed your donation. Yeah, we all can make a difference. So now, oh my gosh. So anything else you want to tell us about Bennett before I start to turn this music back on? Anything else you want to share with the good order for Bennett College right now?
I just want to say that Bennett College is here to stay. We need your investments into our college, and we thank you for all that you do, your prayers, your gifts, your whatever you can do or think about Bennett College. We're here. And we appreciate all this being done. And thank you, Anthony, for this opportunity to raise even more money for Bennett College. Like I said,
every little bit helps. Look, that's $145 more that you didn't have.
That's right.
We're gonna try to see if we can make it more. I would love to get Bennett College in the top 10.
All right. We're going to send the bell. Let me ring my bell so we can get the sisters out. And community members and brothers too.
Yeah, I need all the brothers, the sisters, the community. Let's see if we can get Bennett or Arkansas or ITC in the top 10. Now, I'm gonna tell you right now, to get into the top 10, all you gotta do is I think you gotta at least get over 3,000 right now. If you get over 3,000, you're gonna knock the number 10 out the number 10 spot. So that's all you need. Come on. Now listen, y'all about to make me lose my mind up in here because y'all need to come on and give me this money. Y'all know how we do. What's going on, Dontavius? What's happening, Larissa? What's happening, Monique? And anybody else who's watching us right now? Again, it's an HBCU Alumni house party. You know how we do, what we do, when we do. When you hear me talk about the music, I need y'all to grab y'all something in your hand. I'm about to shout out some more alumni who just joined the house party this week. And I want to show some love to Bridget Lewis from Southern University, Tommy from Grambling State, Samuel from Tuskegee. I got Taylor Miller from Southern University A&M College. I got Jazzy from Edward Waters. I got Grace from Morris Brown College. I got Audrey Hamilton from Bethune-Cookman. I got David Pierre from Grambling State. So again, you know how we do. And I also got to show some love. I'm here right now with her. Yo, come on, show some love for Bennett College in the house.
Ring that bell.
So listen, Deborah, I thank you so very much.
You're so welcome.
About Bennett College. Hey, don't go anywhere. I'm gonna bring you back in a few minutes after we talk to our next guest.
Okay.
And I want you to come back and talk about alumni or alumnae engagement. And the importance of why we need them to come back. And it doesn't even always need to be money. It could be their time, it could be their talent, and or their resources. And I want you to come talk about that today in just a few minutes. All right?
Okay.
Cool beans. I'll see you in just a moment. All right, y'all. Dontavius, my good friend from Clinton College. What's going on, my good brother? I hope you got your water in your hand. Listen, man, you better do something about them lizards. Is it the lizards that's running through your house? And you had your grandmother had to kill the lizard, man. That thing was hilarious. But thank you for doing your part. All right, so what's next up? Listen, y'all, we having a good time. I'm just pressing my way through. I'm pressing my way through. Hey, you know you need something for homecoming, right? Now listen, my next box should be coming in a matter of days. Yes, you get these boxes, these subscription boxes from a company like exclusively HBCU. So the next box is coming up real soon is my vintage box. I'm gonna get this throwback sweater. I'm gonna get some other little throwback stuff. It's the vintage box, but I'm looking forward to, and I can't wait until I get the Stay at Homecoming box that's coming out real soon. That's the next box I'm excited about because it's gonna have my flask. I'm gonna put some Kool-Aid in it. It's going to have either a bonnet or a do-rag. I don't need neither one, but I'm looking forward to my onesie. I'm looking for my onesie from exclusively HBCU pajama set because we all going to be at home. Well, we all at home for homecoming, right? So that's why I'm calling it the Stay at Home Homecoming box. But they got some other products. And because if you take a moment like right now and purchase anything from their website and you use our special promo code UNCF, 10% goes back to the fundraising efforts that I'm doing also for UNCF. Hey, let's go check them out. My cousins, Deborah and Danielle from exclusively HBCU. Hey, everyone. Let me tell you about exclusively HBCU. They are more than your typical subscription box service. Their mission is to highlight and collaborate with other HBCU alums and entrepreneurs while providing opportunities and scholarships to current and future HBCU scholars. And did I mention they have a really great product line like this? and this, and even this. The company's aim is to bring awareness to HBCU's rich history and showcase why our alma maters are still relevant and essential today. Now, they want to continue their support by donating 10% of each sale to the United Negro College Fund by using the promo code UNCF at checkout. So go check out their website at www.exclusivelyyhbcu.com and grab you something nice for yourself or that HBCU student of yours. Better yet, sign up for the quarterly subscription box and use promo code UNCF at the checkout. And by the way, tell them that your Uncle Anthony sent you. Yeah, tell them I sent you. You'll be glad you did. Exclusively HBCU using the promo code UNCF. So excited about the fact that did I mention the fact that Bennett College is one of our UNCF member institutions, as well as this next institution? Let me tell you about this gentleman coming up here. He is the good Reverend Jeremiah C. Hackley. He is currently a graduate student who plans to graduate in 2022. He is an intern also at the Interdenominational Theological Center in the Office of Institutional Advancement. So he's all about fundraising himself, and he's a student right now in the Morehouse School of Religion. It's undergrad. Let me go and shout out to his undergrad. We've already raised him $5,000. Morris Brown College. Y'all show some love, make some noise. I need to put y'all hands together, hit the like, hit the share to the good Reverend Jeremiah Hackley.
Greetings, greetings, greetings. It's good to be here with you, Brother Brown.
What's going on, Reverend?
I am well. I am glad to be here on HBCU Alumni Unlimited. I know that you care. If nobody else cares, this is the real CARES Act right here, y'all. This is the real CARES Act going on right now.
I love that. I never heard anybody say it like that. Like, this is the real CARES Act.
This is the real CARES Act. This is the CARES Act that contributes to Black philosophy, Black sociology, and Black theology. I'm here at the Interdenominational Theological Center, and my mind is going about Alumni Cares. This is the CARES Act. Gosh. This is the real CARES Act.
So now let's talk about ITC real quick. Reverend, come on, tell us, go on to school to folks real quick if they don't know about ITC.
The illustrious Interdenominational Theological Center was founded in 1957 and chartered in 1958. We are one of well, I would say the only consortium of Black theological institutions. We're comprised of 5 institutions: the Morehouse School of Religion, which I am a great and proud member of. We also have the Phillips School of Theology from the Christian Methodist Episcopal Church, the Turner Theological Seminary that represents the African Methodist Church. We also have Gammon of the United Methodist Church, and we also have the C.H. Mason Theological Center, Theological Seminary, which is representing the Church of God in Christ. And I cannot forget our our Richardson Fellowship, which is open to those who come from any denomination, any other denomination. If you want to identify and come and learn this Afrocentric theology, this Black Lives Matter theology, this is the place for it. I don't think that I know of any other school. This is my personal testimony. I don't think that I know of any other school that teaches Afrocentric theology the way this school does. And before there was a struggle nationally on the public scene, this school has been training leaders, social justice leaders, for many, many, many years. And so, you know, we're right here in Atlanta University. We Morehouse School of Religion really is the birthing place of Morehouse College. And so we were founded just 2 years after the Civil War. And we contribute to the heritage and the history of Black theology, Black liberation theology in Atlanta. This is what we do. This is what we do.
Reverend, come on. This is, you know, if you want to talk about Black Lives Matter and the social justice, then this is where we need to be.
Absolutely. If you're a social justice worker, I say this all the time. If you don't have to come here to become a pastor. And if you're a pastor and you're looking for a way to resolve the cognitive dissonance and the conflict between Black theology and Black life, and you want to know how to really put those two things together, this is the best place for you. But if you're not a pastor, and you're just someone who's interested in serving in social justice, the Interdenominational Theological Center has two other tracks other than the congregational track. We have what is called the public spaces track, and we have the academic track, and that is a part of the program that I'm involved in, religion and education program. The academic track is where you can come and learn this theory of Afrocentric education, Afrocentric theology, and teach it, or you can be a public spaces. Like we have the youngest state president of the NAACP is currently a student with me here at the ITC, Morehouse School of Religion, and so we have what I want to call a great microcosm of leadership, because you can lead in any way from this school. You can become a leader.
So now, how did you get to ITC?
ITC, I would say this, for me, the ITC was my choice because I needed a school that represented my theological base. Now, this is an ecumenical school. These 5 seminaries have decided to come and sit down from their different spaces and learn Christ and learn theology from the different spaces. And they have agreed to have what is a respectable, what's called a respectable or inclusive language or an inclusive conversation, where we're learning Black theology. And I would say that Black liberation theology, you hear names like Professor James Cone, who his brother taught here. You hear names like W.E.B. Du Bois, who up on the hill that is above ITC, he wrote The Souls of Black Folk. You hear these names, you learn this heritage, you learn this history here that it may not be taught to you in another institution. And one thing I will say about the ITC, your Africanness is not at war with your Christendom. There is a bridge here, what we call Sankofa theology, where we reach back. And so my decision for ITC was an inward decision. My great grandfather is the founder of the Anti-Baptist Slavery Association, Anti-Slavery Baptist Association, and so when I was choosing Morehouse School of Religion, I had to choose in the ITC. I had to choose something that connected me to all of my connections that were Baptist-Costal and Pentabaptist. I have relationships all throughout, the denominations, and of course my Methodist brothers and sisters. And I thank God, because this is a safe learning space where you can safely be who you are, and you don't necessarily have to fit into the mold. I tell people all the time, there's a difference between Bible college and theological seminary. In Bible college, you go to learn possibly the denomination's concept of the scriptures. In theological seminary, you come with an open mind and an open field to learn from one another, where in fact, history and fact and truth inform you, so that you have what I would call a broader perspective. And so that is one of the great powers of this institution. They're not telling you what to think, they're inspiring you to think, so that you can manifest your thought and your theory, and you can be not only just an intaker of knowledge, but a creator of knowledge when you leave this institution.
So you mean to tell me, though, a person can come to take classes at ITC that they don't necessarily have to be majoring or looking to be a pastor or a preacher? I could just be coming just to further my studies and just learn more about this religion and philosophy, or just about social awareness, or what's going on in the political, what's happening in our social commentary of the day, without necessarily that mindset.
Absolutely. This place, and I would say is a place for anybody who wants to just discover their African self. One thing that I can say, I'm enrolled in two courses right now in this semester. One is called Afrocentrism in Education, and the other is called Cultural Exegesis. Now, both of those of course, both of those courses are taught by teachers who have a theological relationship. But I want to say that both of those professors, rather, the Honorable Dr. Mother E.T. Hari Ture and the Honorable Dr. Dama Rouse, those teachers are teaching us from a broad-based sociological perspective. And so people come into these classes not necessarily to learn how to preach or to teach, but they learn cultural humility. They learn how to exegete what's going on in the culture. What do I have to say? Not just the emotions of Black Lives Matter, but the education of Black Lives Matter. It's one thing for us to be emotional about things. It's another thing for us to be educated about. And so one thing I can say about this school is you will not be able to come into this school and leave the same, because it's not only going to educate you about yourself, but it's going to educate you about a part of yourself that you possibly did not know, and the place and how you fit in society, and inform you of your value when you're walking out of here to go out here and really affect change in society. Absolutely.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Now listen, before we talk about a little bit about the why to give to ITC, because yes, come on, Michael Cleveland, he better say come through ITC.
Absolutely.
Yes, that's my good friend Michael J. Cleveland, who is a Tougaloo graduate, and he's also a graduate of the Morehouse School of Medicine. So he's also part of our neighborhood.
Yeah,
part of your neighborhood.
Yes, absolutely.
So, matter of fact, I want to say you are the. I think we've gotten to every institution in the AUC.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. Yeah. This AUC is a rich. I think we're the baptismal pool of the AUC. I would call us the baptismal pool of the AUC. You can go around the AUC and you can learn Black philosophy, Black sociology, but this place called Morehouse School of Religion is really the place where the Black theology that informs all of these institutions. And I'm sorry, Morehouse School of Religion. You know, I got Morehouse on my mind, and then I got the ITC.
That's fine.
The Interdenominational Theological Center. We are certainly one. And so what I'm saying is this area that you come into when you come into the AUC, I know that down the street here is Dr. King's last home. We're right across from Vine City, where all of these great this history, the Morris Brown College, Turner Theological Seminary came out of Morris Brown College. I have somebody somebody gave me. So all of these schools are literally founded around Civil War times, and so their decision to come together and to do Black theology together, their decisions to come together and do Black faith was really a critical decision, because there are a lot of other theological institutions that may require you to assimilate to other concepts or centrisms of theology, but this Afrocentric theology is one I can say personally that is a healing repertory conversation where if you feel some kind of way about where you went to school and you really didn't have the pride, and you feeling some kind of way about God, we don't want you out there in these streets like that. We want you to be able to be confident about what you're saying, and we want you to be able to be effective at what you're delivering. And so this AUC and this ITC are two consortiums that I pray become a normality for Black theologians all over the world.
So what I want to do before we get up out of here, again, we are dropping the link for those who are watching right now. If you are interested, we want you to support ITC in our fundraising efforts. Again, the money doesn't touch our hands; it goes straight from you to the institution.
Yes.
But before we do that, if you've never been on the campus before of ITC, we're gonna show you this quick little video so you can kind of just take a quick little gander of the Interdenominational Theological Center.
This world that we live in is ever changing. But one thing that never varies is the need for emerging leaders. People who recognize a need in their communities and do not hesitate to take action. The time is now. Our nations, our children, our environments need you. We cannot continue to disregard misguided leadership. There is an ever-urgent need for Afrocentric and global righteousness in positions of power. At ITC, we develop prophetic problem solvers in several different walks of life. Whether it's nonprofit, congregational leadership, or film, dance, and music.
Some of the most brilliant Black religious scholars in the world are housed here at the ITC and have been housed here at the ITC.
I chose the ITC because the ITC's liberating vision aligned with my sense of call to ministry.
We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal.
Truly, ITC is the epicenter of Black liberation theology.
Our students are impacting communities globally for the better. Don't ignore your calling. Take action and make a change. ITC welcomes you to join the village of prophetic problem solvers.
Yes, I even saw my pastor emeritus Otis Moss Jr.
I'm on there, yeah.
On the list, yes. Come on. Also, I just want to give a shout out to Gailey and Gatewood Joshua, who's the Alumni Affairs Director over at Clark, Atlanta. She wanted to also let us know that Gammon Theological Seminary came out of Clark University, which is a part of the ITC.
Wow.
I just wanted to also share that. So thank you, Gailey, for adding that to the commentary. Pastor Jimmy Rogers want to let you know some good stuff. And this is awesome. That you was able to share some of this with us today. Now, so Reverend,
yes,
why to our viewing audience? So again, so now let me go back. First of all, y'all, I asked some of y'all to please make a donation to sacrifice the $5 fish dinner you was going to purchase on that fish dinner to give it to Arkansas Baptist College. Then I asked y'all to take the $5 you was going to buy from T-Shirt Man and get at the Bennett College. Now you gotta take that other $5 that you was gonna just put in the gas tank for somebody just to ride to the game. You know, like you had the carpool to the game because everybody didn't want to pay for. Matter of fact, either gonna be the carpool to the game, or if your stadium is off campus, because some of y'all campuses football stadium is off campus, or you had to pay $5 or more for parking. So take that parking money. Or take the money you're going to use for gas to get you to the stadium and put that money on ITC. So take your fish dinner, put it on Arkansas. Take your T-shirt money, put it on Bennett. Take your gas or your parking money and put it on ITC. That's all I'm asking. So, Reverend, why ITC?
Why ITC? Let me first say that I am so proud and glad to have a president that is an alumni of ITC. President Matthew Williams has been leading exceptionally through this pandemic. And I am also so glad to have a dean that is one who informs the nation in Black liberation theology. And so with those two leaders, in the scope of those two leaders, also very, very glad to be in the presence of Dr. Jacqueline Grant, who is the mother of womanist theology, who still teaches here at the ITC. I want to say that we have probably one of the most exceptional faculties in the country. You are not only going to get people who are committed to your educational process, but you're going to get teachers that are committed to your revelation process. There's something that's there that you may not see. There's something that's there that you may not have understood or heard. And so if you're looking for that missing link, or you're looking for the mystery of it, this is one of the great places to come. How do my ancestors connect with my angelology in a sense? And what is my concept of Black liberation theology? And so you're going to learn that here. And I'm glad that Dr. Gail shared that, because ITC contributes to Black Methodism, Black Baptist, Black Pentecostalism, Black non-denominationalism. That means that this one school, this one center, contributes to most of the major denominations and informs pastors in pulpits across the country. And so this conversation that's going on here, not just amongst the staff, but I want to say also amongst the students, this conversation where we challenge each other from each other's perspective, I don't know any other place. The why of it is I don't know any other place like ITC. Our name is our nature. Interdependent denomination, our denominational scope, theological center. It is a theological center because we are really in the practice of studying the divine, studying God, studying our creator, studying in a way that is righteousness without hegemonics, righteousness without slavery. And so I want you to give to ITC. I want you to make sure that when you're giving to ITC, you understand it's an investment into the theology that your son, your great-grandchild, your great-great-grandchild may come across the church. And if they have an ITC graduate in that church, you can be sure that that pastor will not be teaching them a theology of self-hate, that you will have a pastor who will be teaching them a theology of loving who you are. And so with all of these great preachers that have come, Dr. Moss and Dr. Smith and all of the great preachers across the country, we can attribute and attest to the fact that ITC produces exceptional leadership, and we have exceptional faculty that is committed to the exception in leadership. And so that's the why of ITC. Just come on and give. Y'all come on and give your money today. The Reverend got to raise, he got to raise the money. The Reverend has
to. You don't sound like one of them good old Baptist preachers asking, trying to raise his money. You got to call the $20 givers to come on down.
If you keep me on here too long, I feel too comfortable. I got a piano right here. I might sing a song. We go on to the whole service. I'm gonna leave it alone.
So y'all, listen. So right now we are currently at $140. I see my good friend Vanessa Sparks, who is from New York City. Hey Vanessa, how are you? Missed you, girl. How you doing? So we are right now at $140. Now that is $140 more than what they had from before. However, listen, y'all already know the song. You can't beat God given,
no matter how hard you try.
But you can come on at least give me that $5 I asked for. Now I ain't asking for a whole lot. I didn't ask for a whole lot. I only asked for $5 on it. Now you can put more on it. I've had some alumni come and drop some serious dollars. And I'm okay with that. Thank you, Vanessa. Thank you so much for the hugs. I'm okay if you want to give more than $5. But again, just imagine if I had every HBCU alumnus in this HBCU Alumni United group, and over 80,000 of you all. If everybody gave me that $5.
Wow.
Think of the impact we could make. We always get mad and we want to talk and we want to fuss and cuss about, well, why all these philanthropists are giving money to our institutions, but what you give it. Not saying that you're not. I'm not saying that you're not. But I think as a collective effort, when we're standing together, when we're stronger together, when we're standing united, I think that, again, we are stronger together when we are standing united. I think so. If everybody just come on and put their $5 in on it, so take that $5 that you was going to use for parking for homecoming, or that $5 you was going to use for gas that you was going to have to pay to get to the stadium, put it on ITC like right now.
Can I drive it home a little bit, brother?
Go on, Reverend. Drive.
That $5 in your account may be a student's meal. It may be somebody's. We've had students who were $5 away from paying off their debt, and so that $5 may be the change in someone's life, not just the institution, but in someone's life in the institution. What if your great grandchild goes to the institution and they're just $5 away, or they're just $1 away, or however many dollars, or $10 or $20 away, however many dollars they are away? What if your seed right now sets the precedent for what I want to call prophetic problem solving as we teach here at the ITC? This HBCU Alumni Unlimited is really a prophetic problem solver for all HBCUs, and I'm so grateful to you, Anthony, for providing this platform, because this is going to be the difference between someone being able to graduate or not.
And that's the same token. We can speak on the fact that it might have been us.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. It could have been you. It could have been Deborah. It could have been me. It could have been any of us that we just needed that little extra something that Big Mama and them, and somebody had to raise some money somewhere back home at the church, at the family gathering, and we had to do what we had to do to get us through over that last little hump.
Yep, that's the truth. It's the truth.
Get us to graduation.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's seen it happen, and I've seen people literally have to run to the office and take $5 to settle their account. I've seen that happen.
Come on, so y'all done already heard the appeal. You can't beat God given. So I don't know. I'll stop playing.
That's right.
Need y'all to stop playing. And come on and make that donation. Now listen here, Reverend. Listen. Oh my gosh, I didn't got excited. Okay, wait, where we at? So listen, like we always do, I always do a moment where I got to do a shout out to my alumni who have joined the house party. Again, we've been doing this house party since May. Since we've been stuck in this house, most of us, we barely go out. Some of y'all, congratulations for those who do go out and work. Kudos for those who are essential workers out there, or those who got to go to work and go into that space. Be careful, be safe, keep washing your hands, keep wearing your mask, all that great stuff. But if you're at home right now and you at the house party with us, you know how we do. If I shout out your school, you take a shot. Again, I'm just drinking Gatorade, y'all. I'm just drinking some of that good old Gatorade.
It's good.
Unless Jesus want to turn this to wine.
We don't have that class here, brother.
But yeah, we're going to shout out real quick. We want to show some love to Gail Rush from Florida A&M. Larry from Bethune-Cookman. Okay, come on. They got me in here twice this week. Keisha from Hampton University. Rodney from Delaware State. Matt from Grambling State. Monroe Sherrill from Alabama State. Travis Young from Grambling State. Alicia Calvin from Howard University. Gregory Buckle from Florida A&M. Keith Williams also from Grambling State. And I got to again show some love to the Interdenominational Theological Center and Morehouse School of Religion. Y'all, if I shout out your school, you know what you got to do. Somebody said in the comments, it's time for communion.
That's good. That's a good connection right there. It's a good time for communion.
Yes. So we didn't pass the plate. And now it's time for that good old communion.
Absolutely.
Hey, Reverend, don't go nowhere. I'm going to bring you back in just a few moments, and we're going to talk about real quick before we get up out of here, the importance of alumni engagement.
Yes.
And why we got to get them in here and get them involved. We'll be right back with you, man. Okay. So y'all done heard it. Y'all done heard it. Y'all done heard it. Y'all done heard it. The Reverend, he done gave us a good word today about the importance of why we need to give, because somebody gave to us. So I need for you all to come on and pay it forward. Now, our numbers are looking real slim this week, and I don't want to give these schools I'm going to give them what we got, but I want to give them a little bit more, and I can do that with your help. You have not because you ask not, so I'm asking. We're going to drop the links in the chat one more time, and just in case you missed them. And while we do this, I want to talk about why it's important to vote and talk about Black voters matter. No, matter of fact, no. We need, in some of our communities, we need some poll workers. Yeah, I don't need that kind of poll workers. We need some poll workers to kind of work these polls. Again, y'all understand the fact that back in the day when we go voting, about even last year probably went to go vote, many of our senior citizens, some of our more individuals who may be a little bit more susceptible to the virus used to work the polls. We don't need to subject them to that. We need some more volunteers. And I ain't volunteer because you get paid to work the polls now. You can get your nice little check for the day to work the polls on election day or some of this early voting. So for more information, I need you to go find out how you can be a part of that. We're going to watch this quick video to learn more about the importance of why we need for you to be a poll worker.
Poll workers are very important because they help facilitate the voting process.
Most individuals who work elections are over the age of 65. With the COVID-19 pandemic, that is a population that is incredibly vulnerable. That is why I signed up and received trainings to become a poll worker.
I signed up to be a poll worker. My mom actually brought it to my attention. She presented it to me, letting me know that it would be a great opportunity to make some quick extra money, as well as to get to know the voting system. And once I got all that information, I turned it right over to Ty, and I said, hey, do you want to do the election with me?
As a poll worker, it was my job to ensure everyone coming to vote was registered and received the correct ballot.
We go in and set up all of the equipment to make sure when voters come the next day, their experience is as pleasant as possible. Why should you become a poll worker? One, it's a great way to give back to your community. And it's also a great way to see democracy in action.
I would encourage more young people to come out and work the election polls and bring your friends.
It makes the time go by faster,
Sure
too.
does. It makes a difference when poll workers reflect the communities in which they serve.
Listen, this is also a great fundraiser opportunity because when I was once a senior class advisor, I used to have my seniors actually work the polls, and this is how they actually pay for their senior dues. So it was a great opportunity, so if they work the polls, they get their little change, and that will go towards their senior dues, or they paid their dues, or their prom ticket, or something like that. So if anybody's watching, like, oh, that might be a great idea. So I'm just giving you another idea, especially if they were high school seniors. It also got them in the whole idea of understanding the importance of voting. They got to see people, they get to meet people and be able to be engaged in that process and understand the value of why people vote, because they hear these conversations. So it was a great learning tool as well for those young people to see that opportunity. Now, before we get up out of here, we're almost done. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for liking. If you haven't hit the like button, y'all see this total right here? I'm watching the likes. I'm watching the likes and the thumbs up and all that. So I need you to hit the like button. I need you to hit the share button. I'm watching the streams from multiple places. I'm watching the stream from this page, but I'm streaming this on multiple pages. So I'm going to see all the data and the analytics later. And shout out again to the replayers who've been watching it. Thank you so very much. Again, we appreciate it so very much for all those who watch it on a later turn, and you want to still get your chance to give. So now, before we get up out of here, we're going to bring back our guest again to talk about the importance of alumni engagement. So again, I didn't see a lot of alums from Bennett and ITC. I need y'all to come in here and make some noise or ring that bell, clap your hands, do all that great stuff. I need to see y'all in here. Y'all, come on, give it up again one more time for. Let's do some background music. Hey, here we go. So welcome back to the show from the class of 1979. Bennett College, all the way from Greensboro, North Carolina. She's here. She's proud to be a Bennett Belle. Y'all give it up for Deborah Love in the house. Woo!
Hey, I'm back.
Coming all the way from Atlanta, GA, who's representing the class of 2022. From the Morehouse School of Religion and the Interdenominational Theological Center by way of Morris Brown College. Y'all give it up for the Reverend Jeremy Hackley. What's really happening?
All right.
All right, so I get too excited, y'all. I'm sorry.
It's all right. I do too.
So let's talk real quick about alumni engagement. Why? Come on, let's put that appeal to tell alumni why we need them. Why we need them to be in the fight, in the cause, in the trenches. We need them.
Yeah. I think one of the words we need to talk about is transformation. When you think about your transformation from when you stepped on that college campus to the person that you are now, that alone is worth your support of your alma mater. And Bennett, we say this is where the woman or the girl you are meets the woman you will become. And we have become women who are all over. In fact, Reverend Jacqueline Grant, Bennett Belle.
Yes.
So just the transformation alone, just think about it. When you got your job, when you went to graduate school, whatever you did, when you joined that sorority or fraternity,
yes,
you had to put your alma mater's name there. And that's worth your support.
Okay.
So transformation and also paying it forward, because we as a people must not leave our own behind. We want transformation forever.
Now, listen, just in case anybody who's watching right now and you are not active with the Alumnae Association of Bennett College, I don't know why you're not, first of all.
Yeah, we have a phenomenal alumni association that's under the leadership of Natalie Renee Parker. She is a graduate class of 2001, and she is using her business acumen to transform our National Alumni Association, to lead our organization to higher heights. And so her and her leadership team, and just the fact that they continuously impress upon us to join the National, which also is an organization that contributes and also supports our college, our students, our communities, UNCF, you name it, we're there to support, and because we're a UNCF school.
Yeah, so we just put the link in the chat. So please make sure, if you want more information about Bennett and the Alumni Associations, please make sure you hit that up. Now, Reverend, what you got? Let's talk about your alumni engagement from your perspective.
Let me be very clear. There are many HBCUs that are no longer with us.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason why possibly those HBCUs could no longer be with us is because there was no one to stand in the gap of generations. And as an alumnae, you stand in the gap of generations with one hand in the past, 2 feet in the present, and one hand in the future. And literally every time you reach into your pocket to give, every time you show up to contribute your time, every time you stop by to check on a teacher or to check on the welfare of your institution, you make sure that your institution comes from the past and makes it to the future. We can carry these stories, Dr. Love and I, we can carry these stories together about Bennett and Morehouse being in relationship, because there was a generation that was committed to the future. And those Glee Club times, and they being our sister institution, produced womanist theology, and literally from Bennett to this school, this ITC, this Interdenominational Theological Center, through the womb of Bennett, we have sitting with us the future of womanist theology through Dr. Jacqueline Grant. And so what I'm saying is, stand in the gap of generations. Make sure that your school makes it to the future. And most of all, make sure that all of our schools make it to the future, because we want institutions that reflect our sociology, our philosophy, and especially our theology.
Absolutely.
Now we have also, he said that he didn't preach that.
You got me here with a theologian. So
one day I'm gonna be a theologian. One day.
So
maybe tomorrow or next week, something like that.
He didn't told y'all. So he didn't tell it. And that settles it. That's it. That's it. And I love the fact that
drop the mic.
We do stand in the gap. We do have so many HBCUs that we have lost throughout the years. And I love the analogy of having both feet planted in the present, but you got one reaching back to the past and one reaching forward. Oh, I love that analogy. I already started to adopt that as my own. And
this is the CARES Act. That's the CARES action.
That's right.
The CARES action for the CARES Act. This HBCU CARES Act is really the future of all HBCUs. Can I say it that way? Will you permit me to say it that way?
Yeah, you just said it. Listen, I might make this a sound bite.
Absolutely, brother.
Here we go. Before we get up out of here, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to be able to say to all of our alums who are watching, we are trying to put the links in the chat one more again. We're posting it in various different groups, different venues. Just where we make sure that, we want to make sure that you got your 5 on it. Like we always say that, this is a campaign, we want to put 5 on it. Whatever you got, you can put more than 5, but at least if you could put 5 on it to support the 3 schools of this week: Arkansas Baptist College, Bennett College, and the Interdenominational Theological Center. We thank you both so very much for being here today. I'm just trying to look at my notes to see what else, if there's anything I am missing. Normally what I always was typically say, hey, Chris Williams from Albany State, how are you, sir? So glad you be here. I'm going to take a quick moment and say, hey, I'm going to do it we're going to do it like this. There we go. This is your moment in the spotlight. Here's one more chance. If you want to say anything else to our viewing audience about the importance of giving to, just giving in general to your alums, to the campaign, or anything that's happening at Bennett that's coming up soon as you want us to know about, here's your chance.
Okay, we just completed our Founders Day and our Convocada S. We are still thriving, and we are worthy of investment, because we have women in the world who Bennett College will make a difference in their lives. It has in all of our lives who are alumni, and we are thankful for all that you do, and we appreciate all that you do. But do not forget that there are young women in this world who need a school like Bennett College that will transform them into the women that they will be in the future.
Woo! There you go. There you go. Reverend, what you got?
Well, I'm just going to say this to you. Before there was a church, there was an African Messiah who was really introduced to the world in the form of social justice and resistance against oppression. And if you are not at a school, a theological institute, if you are not in a place where you can comfortably discuss that North African Messiah, if you are not in a place where you can confidently and comfortably discuss the power and the authenticity of your Africanness and who you are that informs the world and who you've been that informs the world, then you got to know this. ITC is a place to sow your seed, to make your investment, because in this place, there is literally going to be a harvest of theology. This theology may change the world. You don't have to worry about pictures on a wall, and you don't have to worry about certain things when you come through this school, because when you come through this particular school, you'll be so bold and so beautifully educated about your Blackness that the world around you is going to have to open their ears to listen, because ITC produces confidently Black public theologians, and we attract confidently Black public professors and those faculty that inform the nation of who God is, the God of the oppressed. The God of the oppressed is really taught and lived here at ITC. And so you can come here and learn about the liberation theology. So give here, because this literally contributes to the eternity that's going to be taught all across the nation.
Well said. I don't even know. So ladies and gentlemen, I've had a great time today. Thank you again for allowing us to come and be a part of your home, your environment. Thank you for joining the Alumni House Party. Before we go and get up out of here, I do want to remind you one more again about the importance of Black voters matter, y'all. Black voters matter.
Absolutely.
You got to get out there. If you haven't, encourage somebody else. You know, if you've already cast your vote and you've already did absentee ballot, or you've already dropped off your ballot, make sure you encourage somebody else and remind them the importance of why Black voters matter.
Who needs a little love today? Who needs some love sent their way? Who needs love? Who needs love? Who needs a little love today? Who needs some love sent their way? Who needs love? Who needs love?
listen, if we don't use this platform to make sure that we're helping educate our community, I don't know who else will. So we just want to make sure. That's why I'm just kind of making sure that I am pushing homecomings. I got one more homecoming video. But before we do, I found this last promo about the importance of getting out to vote. I just think these are some nice little promos that people are doing. I hope you all enjoy this one too. Check this out.
That's a good one.
Love
that
it.
was right.
That's a good one.
Love it. Love it.
All of them have been great.
Yeah.
Homecoming may be a kind of like homesick, seeing the homecoming ones, but the voting ones are awesome.
So listen, I want to thank again our guest from Bennett College, Deborah Love, who is the Senior Director of Alumni Relations and Annual Giving. I also want to thank Reverend Jermaine Hackley from the Interdenominational Theological Center, who's taking classes, who's a student at Morehouse School of Religion, who will graduate in 2022.
Party time.
Thank you so very much. Again, ladies and gentlemen, this has been the HBCU Alumni House Party. I'm Anthony Brown, your host. I'm so glad to be here. Listen, I didn't have a word of encouragement for you today because, listen, I think sometimes who motivates the motivated because, boy, look at here. But I think I've been inspired today just by hearing these two beautiful young people, I'm going to call them young people today, and what they shared about what their institutions do to help our other young people. If there's nothing else, you can always smile your way through because you don't know what's going on behind somebody's smile. You don't know what's happening behind somebody's smile. But I think that if you could just take the time to still look at somebody and encourage them with a smile, it will go a long, long way. So that's all I got for you today is to encourage somebody. Smile. It's going to be all right because I guarantee you what's to come is better than what has been. Hey, until next time, we will see you Saturday night for another awesome show where we're going to wrap up the campaign for Arkansas Baptist College, for Bennett College, and for the Interdenominational Theological Center. We're going to see if we can get any of these three schools in our top 10 for the week. Again, shout out to Clark Atlanta University who made it to the top 10 this past week. And thank you to all of the alumni and friends who have made us raise so far $122,000. As the good Reverend just says, we are the HBCU Alumni Cares Act. I love that. Never thought of it like that. Again, what are you doing for homecoming? Absolutely nothing. You might as well come on and put something on some of these schools and show some love.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Good.
And while you're doing it, I need you to smile when you write that check.
Absolutely. Cheerful giver.
That's
I
right.
don't want your glad money. I want your glad money.
Yeah.
Yep. Your heart is in the glad money. Your heart is in the glad money.
That's
and
right.
I guarantee you'll feel a whole lot better.
That's right.
Because you look better when you smile.
That's
and you're going to feel better when you smile too. So until next time, shoot for the moon. If you miss, you always be amongst the stars. Until next time, make time to take time for what another look in life has to offer. And one more thing, I got this last homecoming experience that's coming up real soon. It's coming up on, even though HBCU homecomings are canceled, that's why we are bringing you the yard to YouTube with a virtual celebration featuring a live step show, a battle of the bands, and of course, a concert. Concert featuring 2 Chainz, Shouty, Desi Banks, Pretty V, NLE Chopper, and Tide Tribute, along with performance of the Jackson State University Sonic Boom and FAMU's Marching 100. Meet us on the yard October 24th, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 5 p.m. Pacific Time, at hashtag Meet Me on the Yard. It's a live stream, be filled with homecoming traditions, all to raise money for the United Negro College Fund and the Thurgood Marshall Fund. So we hope to see you on October 24th. We're going to take it out with this. Y'all keep smiling, keep giving, and we'll see you later. Bye-bye.
Homecoming at a HBCU is amazing. It's epic. It's
There you go. So we'll see you October 24th, but then we'll see you Saturday night. Until next time, see you later and bye-bye.